Today I want to talk to you about the In-Lite Smart Hub 300. This is the box it comes in. Really nice packaging. They're a 300 watt transformer and they're a smart hub, which means they can control different lights, different ways, ones that have color changing capabilities in them, and also some other ways we're going to get into to show you how versatile this type of transformer is. You have to download the In-Lite app onto your phone, and that is Android and iPhone compatible. That's the box. Very cool. Here's a transformer. On this particular project we're running 3 of these because one's for the deck. So we have all the deck lights, then we have some color changers on the house, and then we have some color changers down below that are shining up on the piles. So that's one transformer, that's up there. Then the second transformer right here, this is for the backyard. And we're running multiple different types of lights in multiple different zones, and they can all be programmed differently. There's 3 poles. So each set of poles has 100 watts. Hence 300 watt transformer. So you can't run more than 100 watts of power of lights off of any particular pole, but we have this divided up pretty nice. So I think the most wattage we have is maybe 65 to 70 watts on one wire. And then we're using 10 gauge wire, which is a little bit thicker gauge because we had long runs, maybe 300 feet of wire on one pole. So you can get voltage drop. A cool thing about these particular transformers is they can run up to 21 volts. So if you are getting some voltage drop, you can run these lights that In-Lite makes on that system and they will perform flawlessly. So basically we have this middle transformer set up, and I'm going to open up the app and kind of show you guys how it works and how you can do some really cool scenes in your garden and that kind of thing. There's a power button right here on the side. You can see it's on. You can see this transformer, this one is not on right now. What I found last night was kind of cool. I left a time lapse going by accident, and I turned off all the lights, and then I set a program to tell them to turn on an hour before dusk, and then the time lapse kind of caught that. And it was just kind of a cool feature that I knew that the lights were working and the transformers were working, because you're like, well, how do I know if this thing's going to turn on once I leave? You know, because I leave at 4 or 5 o'clock and it's not dark until 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. So that was kind of cool validation. You got to make sure these are mounted a little bit up off the ground. This is a dry area. We're underneath the house, so they make a housing for these if you're going to have it in a wet environment or the weather's going to be coming in and getting them wet. That's why I elected to put these 2 transformers on the back side of this post that's under the house. There's a 4-foot eave, so I don't think these are ever going to get wet. We still have a little bit of wire management to do here, but you also have to have a power supply, which the electricians need to come in and clean all this stuff up. But for now, I just got them plugged in because I needed to, and then I will tack this down to the post along with this low voltage wire that's coming in right here. Now the third transformer is going to be for the front. So we have this transformer on the back. We couldn't run both the front and the back off the same transformer. So we have the deck lights up here, the backyard right here, and then this transformer is going to run the front. The cool thing is, in the app, we can link all this stuff together so we can program everything to work as 1, work as 3, work as 2, whatever you want. There's a lot of flexibility in how these transformers work. So with that being said, let's go down and check out some of these color changer lights, and I'll show you how those work. All right, so I have an iPhone, so I've already downloaded the In-Lite app. I'm gonna go ahead and open that. So we have our client deck lights. We haven't finished labeling everything, but this is the In-Lite app. So we'll just start by showing you some of the cool things you can do with toggling on and off. So I'm gonna toggle on the stair lights because they're off right now. So now they're on. We'll show you on and off in a minute. We have the deck wall color. And then, so there's 6 of these on the house. These color changers, this is purple right now. We're gonna change the color of this light really quick to show you how it's done. We're gonna go to the pillar lights, which you can see right here, and we're going to adjust all of them. So right now they're purple. I thought it might be cool to do like a neon green. So now I'm kind of moving this around, and it's hard to see during the day, but we can change this to basically any color under the rainbow that's on this speed dial. We can make them red. We can, you know, for Valentine's Day, We can go back to green if we want, and we can change each individual light. So if you want to do green and red, or red, white, and blue, and you can create a theme by doing that. So right now we're blue, let's go to aqua. It's hard to see it, it looks kind of white, but you can kind of see how it's color changing now. So now we're into the reds. Oh, nice pink light, there you go. And now, you know what? I decided I don't want it pink anymore. I'm just gonna take it back to the original purple, which I had saved as a purple in the color wheel. So that now it's back to where it was. So, okay. Now, if I don't want these lights to work at all, I can just go to pillar lights and say, I don't want these on right now. I just turn them off, they turn off. So the house ones are still on and the stair ones are still on, because that's the 3 zones that I have for this particular first transformer. One zone only works 6 of these pillars or piles. Then I have about 60 stair lights all over the deck. And that's another toggle right here. I can turn that off. And then the deck wall color operates just like these, and I can turn that on or off as well. So let's go upstairs and check out the stair lights, and I'll turn those on, and then we'll look at the house lights again, and then we'll go from there. All right, so right now we don't have any of the lights on. This is the transformer right here. Again, there's power right there. It plugs in, low voltage, 3 lines coming into this Smart Hub 300. It's in a dry location as well. And I just want to turn the stair lights on, so I'll hit that button. Boom, the stair lights are now on. Oh, and then we can do some wall color. We'll have to go up on the deck to see this, but let's turn on those as well. So those are on, and they are very vivid. I can actually tone down the intensity of the walls and the pillars if I want. So I cannot do that with the stair lights, but I can if I want to take this and adjust it down. But let's go up and take a look at those. And right now they have the same color purple shining as the pillar lights do, but if I want to make these less intense, I can dial down the intensity by just adjusting this. So they're very low right now. And then if I want, I can bring them up for more brightness. And I'm just gonna let them fly their full color right now. But I can turn the pillar lights on and do the same thing there. Maybe I want the pillar lights on really bright, but I don't want purple shining through the house. I can turn these down and make them less intense. So I thought that's pretty cool. So that's Smart Hub 1. Stair lights, deck, wall color, pillar lights. Smart Hub 2, we have light zone 1, 2, and 3, which we're running to various sections of the yard. So from up here, you can kind of see where we still have some trenches, and we have buried lots and lots of wire, and we have a lot of lights. All the lights are set up now. All you have to do is finish hooking them up and burying them in the ground. And then we just need to come back in the evening and double check and make sure everything's aimed properly and fitting right. And then Smart Hub 3 is the front yard, and there's going to be the front yard zone 1, 2, and 3. And you can see I've labeled front yard Smart Hub 3. I have one zone called front yard, but we'll probably change those, either leave them just light zone 1, 2, and 3, so the client should get used to that. This is going to be their app, so I'm going to hand this program off to them once we're done here, and then they can customize it any way they want to as well. I'm going to try to simplify it a little bit for them, but then eventually they'll be able to call these whatever they want. Maybe they want to say Japanese maple or big tree in front yard, whatever they want to call it. And then you can also identify where you see Smart Hub 1, I put stair lights and there's a picture of a stair. Deck wall color, I did a picture of the house. The pillar lights, I just made some furniture because there's, you know, some icons and things like that you can use, but maybe you don't want to use those, you don't have to. And then another cool thing, you can see right at the top, updates available. I actually have a separate cell phone that has the app on it that's updating all the lights. When I'm ready to transfer this garden to my clients, they download the app, and then it asks for a code, and I generate the code in my app, and then I give them the code, and then they type in that code, and then they have all this information on their smartphone. They don't have to go through and do all this over again. So that's a very smart way to be able to share that information and be able to set up their deck and garden and the front yard. And then they just get it all on their phone and like, cool, oh, toggle on and off. And then they'll start playing with it, and they'll totally get the idea, hey, I want to do a garden scene. So you can see where it says scenes right here. So here's one where I did deck lights, pillar purple. It's setting the mood, and the scene is activated. So now they're obviously purple. I just thought purple was a cool color. I don't know if the client's gonna like it or not, but they can change it all. It's no big deal. You can view all the different color combinations. In-Lite has some already done where it changes colors. There's a spring, summer, autumn, and winter themes. There's a dining theme, lounge, party, that kind of stuff. And then you can create your own scenes. Maybe you want the deck to glow green and you want the pillars to glow white. You can do all that. It's pretty cool, but you gotta have the scope flux tone lights to be able to do that. So check out your local dealer, your local In-Lite dealer for pricing. You might be able to find some pricing online, I'm not sure. So let's just do a quick Google search. You can buy these, the In-Lite flux lights. You can get them at different online suppliers from any, like those flux tone, these lights right here. You have to buy the trim rings separate. I got black ones, they have silver ones as well. They're about $125 each. You know, they're a high quality light, and then you might have to get a housing depending on if you're putting it in the ground. They have these spikes that you can put the housing in, or if you're cutting them into the deck, they do have drill bits or Forstner bits that you buy. I use a lot of the 22 millimeter. This also, I think it's a 2 3/8 that I used, but double check and make sure before you cut your holes in the deck to install these, make sure they fit on a piece of scrap, because I've made that mistake before where I cut a hole in the deck and it didn't fit right, and then I had to wrap some electrical tape around it. These have a really cool stainless steel fitting on them as well, so that they kind of grab when you shove them in and they don't want to pull out real easy. So high quality light, easy hookup. It's basically you just twist a cap onto the wire and then you plug it in and it lights, and then you just program it in the app, and then you're good to go. So that's a quick rundown on the Smart Hub 300, guys. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. Thanks for watching this, and have a great day.